Hey guys, how is it going? And welcome to Friday Thoughts. So, though I'm doing it on Saturday my time, so I hope most of you are on Friday night. So, here you go. This is what I'm going to talk today. So, you'd have woken up with the message from Ember about the new leader, which is what ZIT, I think, yeah, ZIT. It's level 10, offering some good boost. So, I wanted to take some time on giving some shout out to one of the person who is trying really hard to get a good game for us in Empire Z. So you remember one of the interviews that I did with Dorf. So he is actually talking to Ember on a regular basis, giving them input on what needs to be changed. Again, this is what he does. He get all the people, generals from different realms or regions, and then he talks to them, get input, and he's actually rallying this around to get the changes. And the top 5 changes is what we will be expecting based on his conversation with the team. So he has been very instrumental in making these changes happen, and I think all these changes are very good for any player who have actually spent a lot of time and money and effort in this game. So thanks Dorf for doing that, and these are the 5 things that's going to happen, and that's where you're seeing some of the changes happening. So the number one is the lag. So the lag will definitely be looked into, is what I hear from people that are constantly in touch. So the lag will be addressed. The top 5 lag is the number one. So we don't want to see our troops getting there and then keep walking on the infected tile or enemy city. So that's something will be fixed as part of top 5. The second thing is on the removal of DNA power. So I did hear from people from other region, which is not from the 3 regions, not from 29, 30 and 31, from other regions where the new players can join. So those regions, they did say that to build an advanced wall, they were asked to spend DNA. So it was just for a brief time and it was removed. That's what I heard. So I'm not sure whether this is something that they were testing and then accidentally pushing it in one of the realms, regions. So I don't know. Maybe that something could happen, or they would use the DNA for something completely different. But one thing is going to happen: the DNA power is going to go boom. Nothing. You're not going to get anything for your DNA. A DNA is a DNA, and possibly what they asked in top 5 for the DNA is part of DNA request is if DNA can also be shipped. So instead of you hitting and taking and then killing all your walls. So that's something I feel like good. You can actually ship and put it in a bank or something, though it has got no value, but you can use the DNA for something else, because Ember doesn't want you to keep something and not being used. Oh wait, coins. Maybe they'll use it sometime in the future. Okay, so that's the DNA thing. And attacking, right? So we did see that people sending 2 million panzers and getting only about 19k. That's mostly because of the meat shield that people had, and this leader is definitely an answer to that problem, where you get a 250% damage versus T1. So that's the answer to the T1 meat shield, where you can send. But the problem with this guy is you get only 380% troop attack, so you got to mix other type of leaders to get the 250% damage. So I still don't know what would be the best combo to use this guy. ZIT 10, and also it's very hard to get its top 100. You can just imagine when there are tons of speed ups and resource selling going on as well in the regions for really cheap nowadays. That's what I heard. So you tend to build power like crazy. So getting to top 100 is going to be a fucking nightmare. But if you get to top 100, or I don't know, it's top 100 or top 50 in the power event, you're going to get this guy ZIT 10. Worth it if you are a big hitter where you have tons of panzers and your day job is to go and zero people. Yeah, this is something that would work for you. But if you are a piercer guy and you want to live your happy life with some pierces and not going to bother anybody, hitting anybody and just taking the hits, probably you should get some more of defense leaders and not to bother with this. So that's what I think. Good. So that's the thing that we will get. So that's sorry. This is the answer to the meat shield problem. And T2. What do we do with T2? Is what I heard is there's something that you get a leader called Spore something something. Sorry, I don't have the name of it. So this Spore guy can actually attach to one of your infected leader, and you get some boost to tackle the T2 problems again. So now you have to think about it. So if somebody has built a reasonable amount of T2 and a large amount of T1, so your ZIT10 will actually take care of T1, but T2 should be taken care by Spore, and I don't know if T3 will become again the biggest of all. My favorite T3 can become the new meat shield, or T1 advanced and T2 advanced can become the meat shield. Here they didn't mention if T1s are the general T1s or the advanced T1s, so that's not mentioned in ZIT10. So if they take T1 as common for both advanced and the regular ones, yeah, this works, but maybe they don't cover the advanced T1, and a lot of us never bothered about building T1s. Maybe now Ember wants you to focus on advanced T1s to build the meat shield so that you buy packs again. So I think there is a lot hidden there, but whoever gets this, please send me the message on. I'm not going to get this. It's very expensive for me to get ZIT10 to put that power to be in the top 10, so top 100, sorry. So I don't think I will not get, not I don't think, I will never get this kind of leaders given that the competition that we have in the regions to build power. So if you guys get this, please, and if you are one of them, please let me know what is the benefit of having ZIT10 and how you're using it. I'll be happy to feature this on this channel. So that's the third one. And the fourth one is to fix the leaders. Often we have this question, right? So we always ask what's the leaders that can be stacked, the things that can't be stacked. It's always a riddle. You ask people, so Kurgan, what do you think? 2 Kurgans is okay, 3 Kurgans, maybe 4 Kurgans, nah, it's not going to work. So dead barks and all these talks we always have on line chats, and I don't have a firm answer. Again, a lot of people would know this. I'm more knowledgeable than me who can answer this question on what's stackable and what's not. But what they've asked is to fix the broken leaders and post to us what's stackable and what's not, so that we don't spend money on or time building the wrong leaders and then killing them. So that's something that I seriously feel like should be fixed, and that's covered in what Dorf prepared as top 5. So that's top 4 of top 5. And number 5, legacy points table. I totally agree with this. Given that people are moving from one region to another region for hitting and scavenging or even plundering resources, so I feel like yeah, you build a lot of good points in IC hitting or power, and it's all gone. So the time you go to another region and come back, and it's all gone. All the history is lost, and the history is very important in this game to show who is really powerful and to show who you really are. It's really the points and the table that tells the story. So we don't want to lose that vital information about some badass guy sitting there and look like a mouse, and then you go and he turn into a fucking lion and then he rapes you. So you don't want that situation to happen. And also for a guy who really hits everybody and accumulates a lot of points, it's his pride. He don't want to lose that, or she don't want to lose that pride by going into another region. So that's one of the top 5 that they have put in. And there is also the last part, which is part of this list. Split the reports from resources and attacking and defending. It's very annoying to see you get hit a week ago because somebody sent you resources. Yeah, so the ask is, if you look at the reports section, you have 530 reports, and then you see, you get scared, right? I mean, what happened is when I saw it's all the reports of people sending me resource because I asked help to rebuild my second city. So this is what is annoying for a lot of people, where they wanted to see, when you send resources, keep it separately. I don't want to know, maybe I want to know for the counting purposes, but if it's separate, then I know if it's anything that I got hit versus resource or something else. So that's a very good point, but I don't know whether they'll take it. It's only top 5. So these are the things that they are working on, and that's the reason why you're seeing leaders as Kit, Kit, ZIT. I don't know, I need to remember these names. So these are the changes that they're making towards making the game better. And again, I wanted to remind Dorf has been very instrumental to get these implemented for all our regions, and a big thank you to him. And well, I wanted to also talk about what's happening in Bali. So we have we have 2 volcanoes in Bali, and one is biggest volcano in Bali is called Mount Agung. So that's in I think it's going to erupt soon. It's imminent. The activities around the mountain is quite high, earthquakes, and then the crater has got a crack on top, so you start to see the steam coming up. Last time it erupted was in 1963, and they didn't have a lot of data on how this mount will be reacting. What they've actually noticed is that last time in 1963 about 2,000 people died, and it actually impacted about 12-kilometer radius, and the ash actually went up about 8 kilometers into the atmosphere. So that's really big impact. And I live about 75 kilometers, about 50 miles from the volcano, but they said I can actually feel the ash once it erupts. So what they did is they evacuated close to about 120,000 people out of their homes, and they are actually everywhere around the mountain, closer to the city area. So the evacuation have started, and then they have set up camps. So there are multiple camps, because you need to have multiple camps in different areas to manage. It's not overcrowded. So I went to visit one of these camps and gave some of the supplies that they were lacking. And I saw the human spirit. Everybody started to help, all the corporates starting to help. And it was really a good scene for me. When I went there, I felt really good about how people helping each other. And one thing made me also sad is a lot of people in the camps, in the tents there, don't know how long they're going to stay there, and just left everything behind in their homes. Yeah, it's very sad moment for them, but I really hope it all gets done quicker. They can go back and then they can live in their homes. So it was a fulfilling experience for me, and I've made some video on that, and I'll share that. And the reason why I did this video is in case if the volcano erupts, the help is coming. Definitely help is sustainable at this point of time, but once it erupts, the things might be different. We might need more help in terms of rescuing some animals there, or cleaning things up, and we don't know what the scale would be and how far it might reach, further than what people have predicted. If it can go more than 12 kilometers in radius, or 15 kilometers, then more people will be impacted. Clean water, other supplies. So my idea was just to give you guys a glimpse of how people living in these camps, and in future, if we need any support internationally, I would like my YouTube viewers to help. So I can provide the contact of government banks or offices that you can send your money in case if needed. At this point of time, it's not required. Everything is in smooth working order. So we keep getting food and other supplies. It's all good. But in case if we need, I'll let you know. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a view of that. And the Indonesian government, President Jokowi has also increased the aid from 2 trillion to 3 trillion rupiah. That's a lot of money. So he also increased after he visited some of the camps, and also he went closer to the volcano to see how the activities are being tracked and so on. So everything is perfect right now to take care of all the people. However, once the volcano erupts, things will be different, and I'll definitely reach out to you guys for any help, and I'll give you the information. So that's it. I wanted to talk about today, and you guys have a fantastic weekend. And if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. And if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to share this video online, please click on the share button. You'll get the URL, and then you can share it in the rooms that you are in. That would be really helpful for me to get more views. Thank you everyone, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.